What up, chess players and my friends? Today I'm going to show you an incredible, super crazy line. I played white against the engine and I wanted to try out the engine. Well, I played knight f3 and knight c6. Then I played knight to c3. The reason why I did that is because I wanted to force the engine to play f5. So I played f5 myself. I wanted to see how the engine will challenge me with my own defense. So f5, if you're a fan of this channel, f5 is the move we like all the time. So take the pawn. I know this is the best move. Knight f6 to be able to push the pawn and defend it with the knight. So bishop b5, a move that I don't like encountering, so I played it myself to see how they deal with it. And now e4. Then I played knight to h4, another super annoying move that when they play, I kind of feel pretty annoyed because it defends that pawn and it's really difficult to target it. I know that the type of move you want to play is like move the knight away and then target the knight like this. So I decided to keep going. And after that move, they attacked the bishop. I don't want to trade at this point because, I don't want to give the engine the bishop pair. So I moved back, b5, bishop moves back. This is usually super annoying bishop when I encounter it because it stops me from castling. So I knew that black was going to play knight d4. I might have thought maybe a knight to a5, but I guess knight d4 does the job. And knight d4, so I castle. And now here, bishop to b7. So I'm still up a pawn, but at this point I have to play king h1. I play this move because I want to play f3 to take this pawn, and if they do take me, I get the knight back in the game and keep going. And this is also a move that is coming, but then bishop c5 is annoying to meet, so I just play king h1. And now b4 attacks the knight. Where to go? I kind of need to play, let's say, knight a4. And take it from there. I'm not really sure what else to do. I don't really know why I didn't play knight e2. I could have maybe traded with that knight, but I knew that they were going to take me, and then this I don't know. I would have had to move the knight again afterwards to get the queen to play, and my pieces are all stuck in the back, so it's a bit silly. So I decided to play knight a4 to allow potentially the queen to have somewhere to go to as soon as the knight moves. So after b4 I moved the knight. g5 came. This is already getting nasty. The knight is trapped. I'm forced to take en passant. So take, and then they take, and I said, you know what, let's see if I go up material and see if I can just trade everything to a win. Rook to h6. The knight, yet again, is kind of like, not really, I mean, yeah, nowhere that makes sense to go to. So I decided to play, well, I could have played knight e5 and so on, but my opponent is going to be ahead in development. This looks just fantastic. So I decided to take and trade everything. And this is getting just so crazy. Knight to f3, right? Threatening mate. I'm forced to take. And now knight to g4. And it's just getting ridiculous. At this point, I have no ideas. I refused to take this knight because I guess the pawn was coming down. And then I think I might have played f3, but then queen h4. And I don't know how to stop the checkmate. Because I guess the rook could have gone somewhere, but then bishop check, and then the checkmate would be available. I don't know. But it's just, I didn't take knight g4. I played the knight back to g6. And thinking, okay, if you do take me, I'm still up in material, and you don't have that dangerous rook on this file anymore. And knight takes pawn comes now. It's just, it's a torture. What to do now? I save the rook, defend the knight, and figure out that there was no mate here, but actually there was. Knight to f3 check, and the king is forced to move. Queen g5. My opponent is now using all the pieces. I haven't used any of them. Trying to hold on to pawns, try to get some material advantage, but that didn't work out. King moves, and I just gave up. Because there's check, king moves, check, king takes, check, king moves, and that's mate. Yeah, that's definitely the most insane line I've seen in a while.